Hello ladies and gentlemen, I have been promising you a brow tutorial because I am aware that while we're in lockdown you are not able to go and get your brows sorted, which is something I don't actually do anyway because I have taught myself how to groom my own brows, saving me the money of going and doing it. So I thought that I would, scarily, look at these beasties, let my eyebrows grow so that I could then jump on and show you all how I normally keep my brows in check, and so that you can all do it too. So obviously normally I don't let my brows grow quite as unkept as this, but for the purposes of being able to show you what to do, I thought it would just be easier if you could see more hair there that I'm then going to be taking out. So I have been a bit of a scary hairy Mary for a few weeks, but that is why. So on an ordinary regular sort of every few days, I would keep my brows tidy by using an eyebrow razor. And they come in two different sizes. You get the big ones, which you've probably seen Lisa and I use to shave our faces, get rid of the peach fuzz, and to get rid of the top layer of dead skin, which is absolutely, they are awesome. But you can also get them in these teeny tiny sizes. And these are brilliant for getting in to your brows and getting the shape and just keeping those brows in check on a day's day, or every few days, in between having to do your main pluck. I do still pluck. Some people have just gone on to shaving them and keeping them in check like that. I still like to pluck every couple of weeks maybe, just because it lasts longer because you're pulling that whole hair out. Now, to keep my shape in check while I'm doing the main pluck, I actually draw the brow in a darker colour with some shadow scents first, so I've got that there as kind of an outline, as a stencil to work from, and then I take out everything that's outside of where I've drawn. So I either do that with Garnet or with Onyx. You can also go in with a pencil or anything that you've got that's darker, so it's going to show up on your brow. So I'm showing you what I mean. So kind of like I would normally do my brows anyway, just going to decant some of this onto my palette so that I can keep my shadow closed. I've taken the stopper out of this and it's been really difficult to try and put it back in without it splitting everywhere. Don't want that base, so I don't want to work with my fingers because I don't want to end up with garnet kind of everywhere. Right, so take my angled brow brush, which is what I normally use anyway, and then take a little bit of product and just draw in where I want my brows to be. So start at the front here. As you can see, this is lots darker than I would normally go. Now, for those of you that don't know where to place your brows, let me just get rid of this product off of here. You are basically, find something nice and long, get a brush or a pencil and lay it along your nostril and up through your tear duct, and that is where you want your brows to start. So mine should, hopefully, haven't grown out too much past there. So yep, spot on, that is where I want my brows to start. You then tilt your brush all the way around from your nostril to your outer corner of your eye, and that is where you want your brows to finish. And then to find your arch point, you go directly from your nostril again through your pupil, and that is going to be the highest point of your brow. Now, the shape of your brow, whether you want a curved brow or whether you want something more angular, that's entirely up to you. You go with whatever you feel best fits your face, best suits you, and you might have to experiment a little bit, play with what you like. You might already know what you like, but that is your 3 points to work from. So, quite impressed they were actually still. It's grown a tiny bit out past the end, but they're pretty much still where they should be, even having been a hairy Mary for a while. So I'm just gonna draw these in to where I like them. And importantly, fill them in as well, because you want that to be a complete guide for you. You want to be able to see that that is exactly. Okay, so now I've got both eyebrows drawn in place, so I can go in and pluck out absolutely everything that falls outside of where the brow has been drawn in. So you literally want to find, and as I say, I've got quite a lot, because over the years I have, as you can see, I've got hairs all the way down here, because I have slowly but surely made my eyebrows become higher. They used to grow down here, but I wanted more eye space, so I've slowly trained them up a little bit higher on my head so that I've got more space to play with colour, because I've got hooded eyes. So I have to put the colour a little bit above my crease, so I've just each time over the years just slowly crept it up a little bit. My eyebrows were not that size to start with, it's just that I've wanted them in a different place, so that's how I have gone about doing that, before you all think that I really did have scary Mary eyebrows. So you literally just pluck out absolutely every hair. So you go along that line and you pluck everything where the root is outside of where you've drawn it. You obviously want to be really careful that you are only getting the ones where the root is outside. So what is a good thing to do is to take a little comb and occasionally just comb those hairs so that you can see where they are actually growing from, because you've got the eyebrow drawn in, so you're not being worried about the actual hair at the moment other than the root of it. So you're just looking for which roots, which base of each hair is inside of where you've drawn your brows on. And then when you have gone along and done all of those, as you can see, as I say, I've now not done anything to my brows so that I could show you a little bit easier. And look at the length of these babies, they're not good. But it's just, it was easier to show you with really unkept eyebrows rather than just little stubbly bits that had been there for a couple of days. So that's the bottoms, and then if I brush those down and just see if anything's out of place on the top. A few little ones that need to come out along the top here. It's so much easier just being able to see because you've got that guide already there and you're not kind of having to almost guess what your shape would be. And then I don't think we had any up. Oh, yep, there's a couple on that edge. And then if you want to, you can, because obviously as I brush my eyebrow up, you can see that those hairs then go outside of the shape. And it's entirely up to personal preference as to whether you then trim those. So you brush them all up, and if you want to, you can then trim those so that they all stay. And I did bring my scissors in. You want a really wasn't tangled, really tiny pair of scissors, and just a spoolie, a little bit easier to see with a spoolie. So a little bit at a time, brush those hairs upwards, and then literally just trim along the top of the shape of your brow. And that went up my nose. And just going all along. And then you can do the same going downwards. Actually, going down with one not falling outside of the shape. Just there. And then, you know I don't normally advocate use of wipes on your face, but for the purpose of this, I will just wipe that off of that side to show you. That you then get left with perfectly green brow. And then, as I say, all you would then have to do is either keep it in check with your tweezers, because you've got that shape there, or with one of the little eyebrow razors, which is just super easy to use. You just go in and tidy up as those little stubbly bits grow in, and you're all done. So I'm going to go off because you don't need to see me doing exactly the same thing on that brow. So there you go, that is now both brows packed and trimmed into place and all done. So if you've got any other tutorials that you would like to see, any other products that you particularly want demonstrated, please let Lisa or I know, and we will be more than happy to show those to you, especially with things like keeping your eyebrows groomed while we're in lockdown and you can't get to the, I've got a little bit of garnet on my nose and you can't get to your salons as normal. So speak to you all soon. Bye for now.